Genesis chapter 38. Judah and Tamar. 1. About this time, Judah left his brothers and lived in the house of a man from Adullam named Hira. 2. There Judah met the daughter of a Canaanite named Shua and married her. He possessed her. 3. She became pregnant and gave birth to a son, whom he named Er. 4. She became pregnant again, had a son, and named him Onan. 5. While in Chezib, she had yet another son, and named him Shelah. 6. Judah chose a woman named Tamar for Er, his eldest son. 7. But the Lord reproved the wicked conduct of Er, the eldest son of Judah, and so he killed him. 8. Then Judah said to Onan, marry your brother's wife, fulfill your obligations as a brother-in-law to her, and give your brother an offspring. 9. But Onan knew that the offspring would not be his, so every time he possessed his brother's wife, he poured the semen on the ground to prevent his brother from having offspring. 10. The Lord reproved what he did, and so he killed him as well. 11. Then Judah said to his daughter-in-law Tamar, live as a widow in your father's house until my son Shelah grows up, because she feared that he would die, like his brothers. So Tamar went to live in her father's house. 12. Sometime later the wife of Judah, daughter of Shua, died. After mourning, Judah went to see the shearers of his flock at Timnah with his friend Hira the Adullamite. 13. When Tamar was told, your father-in-law is on his way to Timnah to shear his sheep. 14. She changed her widow's clothes, covered herself with a veil to disguise herself, and went to sit at the entrance of Enaim, which stands in the way of Timnah. She did this because she saw that although Shelah was already grown, she had not been given to him in marriage. 15. When he saw her, Judah thought she was a prostitute, because she had covered her face. 16. Not knowing it was her daughter-in-law, he went to her on the side of the road and said, come here, I want to lie down with you. 17. She asked him, what will you give me to lie with me? He said, I will send you a little goat from my flock. And she asked, will you leave me anything as a guarantee until you send it? 18. Said Judah, what assurance should I give him? She answered, your seal with the cord, and the staff you have in your hand. He gave them up and possessed her, and Tamar got pregnant with him. 19. She was gone, took off her veil, and put on her widow's clothes again. 20. Judah sent the little goat through his friend Adullamite in order to regain from the woman his guarantee, but he did not find her. 21. And he asked the men of the place, where's the cult prostitute who usually stands by the way of Enaim? They replied, there is no cult prostitute here. 22. So he went back to Judah and said, I have not found her. Besides, the men of the place said that there is no cult prostitute there. 23. Said Judah, let her keep what I have given her. I don't want us to become the object of mockery. After all, I sent her this little goat, but you didn't find her. 24. About 3 months later, they told Judah, your daughter-in-law Tamar prostituted herself, and in her prostitution she became pregnant. Said Judah, bring her out and burn her alive. 25. As she was being taken outside, she sent the following message to her father-in-law, I am pregnant with the man who owns these things. He added, see if you recognize to whom this seal, this cord, and this staff belong. 26. Judah recognized them and said, she is more righteous than I, for I should have given her to my son Shelah. And he didn't have sex with her again. 27. When it came time for her to give birth, there were twins in her womb. 28. As she gave birth, one of them put his hand out. Then the midwife took a red thread and tied the boy's wrist, saying, this one came out first. 29. But when he withdrew his hand, His brother came out, and she said, then you got a loophole to get out. And he named it Perez. 30. Then out came his brother who had the red thread on his wrist, and was given the name of Zerah.